Hi Pisces, welcome back to Clear Compassion. This is Deirdre. Thank you so much for coming in, joining the channel, subscribing, leaving your comments. We are here. I don't know why Soul Sisters is coming in. That's really interesting. But we are here to bring some clarity to a situation. So let's jump right into the soul truth and then we're going to get started because it's something about testing yourself. All right. Thank you so much, angels, for your support, your guidance, your loving compassion. What excuses am I making right now? Okay. Well, I mean, excuses are so easily to come by, right? Because when we don't want to do something, we're like, yeah, and we find reasons why, and it's like reasoning with ourselves. So we're kind of giving ourselves permission to not do something when we know we need to take action on it. But this is about no more waiting. This is about, that they're never going to be a good enough time. So the time is now. It's the present moment. That's what you're focusing on. But more importantly, it's not about the excuses as much as it is about testing yourself, right? Because like in the beginning when you're doing your healing journey and trying to improve your life in all areas, right? That's funny because we find little tricks that we come up with. We make little cheat sheets. We make invisible crutches, if you will, right, to aid in your methods towards achieving your goals. But sometimes we also replace one habit for another habit, to get through the last item or situation. But eventually then the new habit also has to be let go. So somehow there's something here about testing yourself because in order for you to learn and really dive deep into what you're truly made of, then you have to look at what your support system is that you're using, because sometimes too often we lean on something or someone to support us when we're making a change. And although it's helpful in the beginning, right? Remember, the training wheels are definitely going to come off here. So when they do, this objective is for you to identify what makes you stronger that will allow you to succeed without that safety net. Does that make sense? So testing yourself must be performed periodically. And I know as adults, we don't do it near as much as we should, right? So this testing, though, will allow you to see yourself like what you imagined, or what you think to be true, and then is it who you really are? Testing challenges your belief to clarify your own honesty with accuracy. So nobody's judging here, okay? You're not judging yourself, and nobody else is judging you from the outside. This is purely to see what is your vision, what is your belief, what is your value, and are you in alignment with all of those things on your journey currently? So thank you so much, angels, for helping us during this testing phase and what might we learn about our weaknesses that are truly our strength, okay? Thank you. Let's see what's going on here. Justice, yes. Archangel Raguel. All right. Again, this is about being impartial, not judging a situation, but mainly not judging yourself, because the point of this testing is an exercise to develop a knowingness, and that is what is a need of the ego versus an inspirational desire, okay, of your soul. So again, I don't want to harp on this, but it's like if you are questioning where you are, what you're doing, where you're headed, then that's the universe coming in and saying, well, why don't you test your dream? Why don't you look at this from a different angle, how far you've come, and what are you using? Like, are you trying to remove the safety net, or are you wanting to stay, right, with that security blanket because you're afraid to step out for more? King of Fire. Awesomeness. Okay. Motivation is coming your way, right? This is very ambitious of you. It's about you taking that leadership role. Okay. It's like some sort of encounter where you have a specific longing to encounter a more meaningful life, right? And it's a message from your heart. So how you see the world, how you see other people, and how other people see ourselves. This is where do we fit in the universe? And you're looking at no longer being sensitive to the algorithms of the universe. It's like this altruistic knowing that if I need compassion or empathy for myself, I'm going to give it, right? You're testing your will, your desire, your emotions, and your logic. It's all encompassed under one umbrella. You're computing this in your brain, but you're communicating that in alignment with your vision. Wise counsel, yes, Archangel Sandalphon again. This is the asking the divine for help. You don't have all the answers. And as soon as you accept that, right, you're saying, I cannot control every little situation, but I can control how I react to every situation. And when I am in need, I don't need to speak to a friend, a family member. I can speak to my higher power, my God, my angels, because intuitively you will receive the downloads and the guidance that's necessary so that your ideas can see which ones are best for you. Archangel Chamuel, okay, Four of Cups. Failing to recognize a magical opportunity. This means when you do encounter everyday life, people that cross your path, people that may say something and really it's a subliminal message, but you didn't get it because you're not focused. You're focused just on the cups in front of you, not the divine guidance that's being given to you as a blessing, right? And so to have a distraction in your daily life is where we're disconnected. We're not living in our present moment, and then we have a loss in our own world. You know, when you're just too focused on one thing, right? You miss out on the bigger picture of things, and that's what this card here represents. Let's see why. Okay, because you need to reconnect, okay? That means plug back in to your soul source, and whatever that is for you, it's something that satisfies you internally. And that may be just laying in the grass, looking up at the sky. It may be listening to music. It is a form of meditation where you definitely have this stillness about you. And that means wherever you are or in need of time alone, then you need to take that, right? Because the stained glass window in the back, this is your spirit guides coming in and going to give you the guidance that you're looking for. The armor here is being removed. It's like taking off your outer shell and becoming the most vulnerable you. It's connection with the universe on a cellular source, not anything physical. In other words, you're letting go of your senses. You're not going to try to smell. You're not going to tell your brain to listen to your body. You're just going to be. And it's a very difficult thing to acquire as a exercise until you do it consistently. But the more time you allow yourself to stand in this stillness before making a decision is going to evaporate any kind of mental exhaustion, all right? And this is also a reminder for some of us to get more sleep, which, you know, is always a pleasant thing. Thank you so much. Here we have the Page of Cups. So this is really the message of our mood swings. It's a reminder for us to play more and not be so sensitive to our surroundings, right? There's also a new emotional experience that you're going to be awakened to if you're not already feeling that. And that newness is how you don't want to lose your emotional self, right? That's a Piscean thing. We are feelers in this world. And without those feelers, right, it's like the octopus with all of its sensories. we're able to maneuver and manipulate throughout our life and our struggles. But now they don't want that to be the ruler of your world. So it's about you living more than feeling and not living. Does that make sense? Okay. This also will bring a more heightened psychic intuition. So depending on if you're clairvoyant or clairsentience, right? All of those things will be stronger for you, and they're going to work for you in the background without you even knowing. Here, Honiel, thank you so much. The moon, this is you. Okay, you have the dog and the wolf here. This pattern is about your intuition and how you should pay attention to everything. That means like what is real, what is magical, what is fantasy, what is illusion, and how to navigate through your world in a very pleasant, tranquil existence. This is like where there's no need for worry about anything. You're letting go of all your fears. Again, when we're attached to an emotional influence, then that's where fear can like have a doorway in. And so you're closing that off, right? Because you're like, no, I'm powerful, I'm strong, and I am going to persevere, but I'm also going to be completely honest with myself on this journey. That's why the testing is here. That's so cool. Wow. Look, the mountain you're about to climb should be carefully planned, strategically outlined, but most importantly, you must be mentally and physically ready for the expedition. So this is why they're showing you how you can detach from certain things so that you can plan strategically, right? Then you know which ideas to develop. Love it. Aw, thank you, Archangel Jophiel. Yes, so much to celebrate in your life, okay? This is sending gratitude to the divine. I love fours. Fours are about our stability or manifestation. It's also about our boundaries, right? What we're roping off. And again, I feel like this reading is more about you personally and has nothing to do with anybody else in your world, okay? And it's just about your connection with the angels and bringing more peace and just really like smiling throughout your day and coming to you with little blessings. They're dropping little they're showing me little raindrops of love, and it's good for you. It's like cleansing you, but at the same time filling your cup with love, and it's a peaceful contentment in your personal life, okay? There is somebody that is on your mind, though. That's why I'm seeing this man physically on this card. It's either somebody from your past that you often think about. However, you're moving ahead. You're straightforward here, but you're still tied to something that you're ready to break break three. Why three? Three. Growth, creativity, and lessons. But you're going to break free of that. Ego, yeah. Again, testing yourself is about taking off those training wheels. And remember how we talked about in the very beginning, we can make excuses for everything and reason with what we don't want to take care of. But we also find new ways to overcome old ways, right? And now we're stripping that as well so that you can really be your ultimate best. So in other words, if you took on one habit to release a different habit, it's like breaking the chains, the barriers, and Archangel Michael is helping you with that because everything was just an illusion, right? If you still needed a crutch, if you still needed a person to assist you or talk to guide you, this is about you finding your newfound freedom by accepting responsibility for your situation and then making choices that support the path to your personal happiness, right? Again, I don't like when the ego card also represents addictions, because addictions sounds to me very harsh, like a very strong word, just like the word bully. But what addiction really stands for is that there's a need for something to make you feel better because you're ignoring something else that's making you feel uncomfortable. And so they want you to remove that habit and addiction so that you can face whatever it is that is uncomfortable or awkward for you. And once you find that out, right, and you talk to yourself, your inner child, and speak to your spirit guides, they will help you, and they will diffuse, because they're trying to show you that it's just an illusion. It's either a replay, like a movie reel that you're just viewing over and over again, or something that just needs to come out. And in order for it to come out, right, you have to regurgitate. You have to let it come up and out of you. Okay? In other words, releasing, letting go. One more. The Empress. Hallelujah. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. This is about you taking action, all right? Nurturing everything that you do. Mainly yourself, right? So that you can give birth to your dreams in another fashion. It doesn't mean you let go of your dreams. It's like, I started on this journey with this in mind, but I have gone through so many transformations along the way that nothing seems clear. Or am I, it's like, well, this was my intention, but it looks like I'm changing my mind. I don't know why that's coming in, but it's like some sort of redirection here. And in order to do that, you have to nurture yourself, because whatever this new project is going to be very successful, okay? The prosperity is on its way. So let's go ahead into the angel guides first and see what's happening here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Throat chakra. Yeah. So the angels are helping you speak lovingly to yourself, right? In other words, facing reality on your own. Nobody from the outside is going to tell you who you are and how you think and what you should do and what choices you should make. You're speaking on your own behalf. And that is really wonderful to hear, because the angels, especially Archangel Gabriel, that's why she wants you to be very compassionate with yourself, okay? We're going to make mistakes along the way, but they're going to help you spend some time learning and understanding more about you, because you're peeling off another layer again. And Earth Angel, yes, I always love the Earth Angels because you're a light worker. So for some of you, you have an empathic role to take on in this earth, right, while you're here. For some of you who are star seeds, and if you don't know what these are, you can look them up on YouTube. But the light worker is the one who has come to earth to teach about the wisdom, about the way of life, the way we work together, like how we're all connected. And she's going to, the Earth Angel in specific, is coming down just for you, to show you something more about yourself, to teach you more about love. Anything that has hardened your heart along your life's path, right? She's showing you that there's so much more beauty in this world. And when you start to feel that inside of you, right, there's a different temperament that you're going to follow. And you have to be willing to forgive, right? You have to ask the angels to help clear your mind and your body of any past pain, so that you can exchange it, which I love it, take it back, return it, and bring me something better, right? So you're exchanging it for something in a peaceful way. Let's continue on with the angel cards, and we'll finish off the reading with Archangel Michael. So let's see what's going on, angels. Tell us more. What should we be paying attention to? power and intention, okay? Your power and intention is like every day when you get up, set an intention for yourself, because strength comes from this consideration. This means that in order to remain in power, we must lead with our love for something and our greatest intention of what that meaningful thing is for you, okay? That means we're checking our ego at the door and we're inviting God to come in. The ego is, I cannot control this. I cannot force this. I must listen, surrender to my God, my higher beings, and let them guide me along the way. But my intention is to do the best that I can and love myself and others along the way. Nice. Very good to have. And here, courage and bravery. As you start stripping away from other things that are in your life that you take on, or somehow, it's like we're developing. We are conditioning ourselves. We're reconditioning ourselves, right? And so we're trying to find a comprehensive reason for why all of this is happening. And they're like, look, let God row your boat for a while, and you just be the conduit, all right? You just be the pipeline. Let him work through you. You just have the courage and the bravery to stand up and do what's right, even if it's hard. You have never backed down before, right? So now you have to defend yourself. And this is for the greater good, or to protect another. This is why the armor plate is here, which means you need to stand brave and protect the source. Protect what is yours, rightfully yours. And also, through this bravery and courage, you also understand rejection. Rejection is redirection. Rejection isn't, you're no good, you're not qualified, you're not worthy. Rejection is God positioning you for something better, something that is where he can use you. And in that, you will be rewarded. Does that make sense? Harmony and resolution. Hallelujah, people. Harmony and resolution is where we actually let Spirit row our boat. I can't believe that came in twice. Wow. So we're surrendering any conflicts to the divine, because sometimes we think that if we communicate our needs and our reasons for things to other people, that they're going to understand it and say, oh, okay, I get it now. I'm sorry. And, all is well. And when you're faced with, well, I don't see it that way, and I'm glad that that's your point of view or your opinion, but I feel blah, blah, blah. And so sometimes we're faced with that and we're like, So it's, you know how people will say, well, let's just agree to disagree. It's kind of that systematic conversation where Spirit's going to come in and say, harmony is the best resolution for this area. So we are wanting to stay in peace, and we're going to collect our thoughts no matter who's right or who's wrong. The angels will intervene and make it correct for both ends. Interesting, because we had the Justice card come out earlier, and here we're learning experience. So there's something coming in that's going to teach you a little something about yourself, right? And so when we spend time with ourselves, we see the light, and he's holding on to his soul source. This is him listening deeply, okay? When we're learning about this inner work, we are acknowledging the lesson from a past hardship or something that keeps repeating itself. This is where you are spending too much time in your head, and so it's preventing you from expansion. And this is why the Spirit's coming in and saying, how many times are you going to do this using the same ingredients, doing it the same way, and still getting the same result? right? So you either can give up or you can get up and redirect it into something better. Last one here. Blessings and abundance. So when you go through all of this testing of yourself, this is that awakening where you're going to start to trust your intuition. And then through that, like, it's like a wheel alignment on a car, right? Sometimes we forget that we need to go in and get that car checked. And all of a sudden, you take your hands off the wheel and it veers to the left or to the right. And so when you become in alignment, then you can connect and stay on the straight and narrow for what you need to do. And you're also going to receive this blessing with spirit to learn to trust your talents and share your gifts, because God is guiding you in a situation for a blessed outcome here, whether you believe it or not. And I want you to believe it. I certainly do, because God has his plans for you no matter what. So how you get there and how soon you get there is based on your belief, your action, your willingness, right? So sometimes we get there faster than others. Sometimes we take a little longer, but it doesn't mean you're not going to get there. It just means, what do you want to do? How do you want to pace this? All right, let's finish off with Archangel Michael. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. What is the loving guidance for this Monday? You are protected through all of this. You are safe within his bubble of light. I love this. Look, you can proceed with confidence is what this card is all about. In other words, fear not, my friend, because you're going into a place where your mission is your existence. And so you're looking at everything through a future tense. Does this idea satisfy me? How will this shape my future? And Spirit is saying, you are protected, so fear not. Strip away what doesn't belong. Do not make any excuses. Start to take action, but only keep yourself as part of this journey for right now. It's a solo journey, and that doesn't mean it's a lonely one. It just means that, how can I say this? You know how you can go to work and your coworkers see this side of you, but when you're at home, your coworkers don't see this. They don't really know who you truly are at the core, right? So they want you to live your everyday life, but, because you want to stay and being responsible. But when you have that spare time and alone time, it's, what am I doing with my spiritual connection so that I can work within myself on a global level, okay? But without assistance, because I have to make these decisions. And the only people that are involved in this are me, my God, my spirits, my angels. Okay? Does that make sense? They want me to pull, Archangel Michael wants me to pull one more. Okay. As you wish. Embrace your life purpose. Love it. Okay? So this is why. This is your mission. Should you choose to accept it, right? Archangel Michael, A, he's protecting you. B, he's guiding your way. Okay? This is the butterfly. He's showing you. And all through animals, if you have pets in your home or in a nearby neighborhood, right? There's something about these pets that speak to you. And I know it sounds weird, but for those of you who do connect as starseeds to animals, this is about where you get guidance from those who cannot speak. And this is about the divine life purpose that you have, right? So Spirit, Archangel Michael coming in and filling your heart with more joy on your alone time so that you can see what you're meant to be doing. And they also want you to keep writing about it. All right, Pisces, I hope you like this reading. Take care of yourselves.